side. I got out of bed on the right side, and I'm having a wonderful day. I sang a duet with the rooster. I'm a booster of the rooster, but he doesn't crow like he used to. Couldn't handle my yodel-dee. Who cares if the sun ain't shining? The eggs are beaming sunny side up. And as for a silver lining, the coffee's steaming money side up. When day rolls around to the night side, if I still seem on the bright side, I don't want to sound on the trite side, but I figure it happened this way. I got out of bed on the right side, and I'm having a wonderful day. Who cares if the sun ain't shining? The eggs are beaming the sunny side up. And as for a silver lining, the coffee steaming money side up. When day rolls around to the night side, if I still seem on the bright side, I don't want to sound on the trite side, but I figure it happened this way. I climbed up the dizziest height side, cosmic flight side, out of sight side. I got out of bed on the right side, and I'm having a wonderful day. Billy's Place, the vibe is light and breezy. Billy's Place, it's a virtual speakeasy. My home base, I'm glad that you dropped by. Time to grab a libation from the shelf. Have whatever you want, you gotta make it yourself. Sit back, relax, I'll make your troubles fly. A musical trip, nothing complicated, and if you tip, that's appreciated. Good fellowship with no mask on our face. From apartment 5 across the park, I'm singing and swinging till it gets dark. Don't worry about finding a place to park, just park it at Billy's Place. Park it at Billy's Place. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, August 19th. Billy's Place, episode 59. Tonight I'm doing my third Warm Requests and Cool Rosé show of the summer. And I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. I got some good requests from you this week. And I hope you like the ones I picked. I picked the ones I knew, because you don't want to hear me sing the ones that I don't know. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. Settle back, relax. Get yourself a glass of whatever you're drinking. I'm having Cool Rosé, like the title. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Relax, enjoy yourself. You know what? Just park it at Billy's Place. Here's a song by Matt Dennis that I just learned today, actually. Relax and let your cares go by. Just relax and throw your troubles sky high. Fill every moment with happiness. And unless I miss my guess, you'll relax and have a lot of fun. Just remember that when the day is done, you'll wear a smile and find that life's worthwhile. So relax, take it easy and relax. Good advice. saying that life's worthwhile. So relax. Just relax. Take it easy and just relax. Relax, brother. Good evening. I'm Billy Stritch, your host tonight for the 59th episode of Billy's Place. That's a song called Relax. And my friend Claire has been after me for weeks and weeks and weeks to do it. And so that's my attempt at it. I don't know if I got the notes just right, but you know, a song like that kind of doesn't matter. You know, it's more about the intention than singing the exact notes. Anyway, Matt Dennis wrote that. You know, when I was learning it, relax, da-da-da, cares go by. You know what it reminds me of? Think pink on the long, long road ahead. Think pink, and the world is rosy red. You know, from Funny Face. I don't know. Do you know? Anyway, that's Kay Thompson, Roger Eden's song. Kind of similar, but not the same. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. The first song, I got out of bed on the right side. I know it's been requested, and I was going through all my notes. It wasn't requested this week. It was requested a few weeks ago, and I can't for the life of me find out or figure out where I wrote down who requested the song. I hope whoever you are, you're listening. But I'll tell you where I first heard the song. Anyway, it's written by Johnny Mercer and Arthur Schwartz. It's from a really fun old Esther Williams movie, as opposed to all the new Esther Williams movies that are out there. It's from a great movie called Dangerous When Wet. And Red Skelton's in it. It's like Red Skelton shows up. Really? Red Skelton in everything? Well, you know, I like him, but in small doses. And I think Fernando Lamas is in that. And anyway, they sing this song. I got out of bed on the right side. The first time I heard it, Ethan Edwards, I'm talking to you if you're out there. My friend Ethan, who lives in Illinois, was a student at the St. Louis Cabaret Conference. The very first year I did it, probably 6 or 7 years ago, and he came in with this song, and it's adorable, and I'd never heard it before. So, Ethan, thank you for introducing me to it, and thank whoever requested it. It made a super opener, I thought. Anyway, I've got my glass of warm, oh no, this is cool rosé. Get ready to do some warm requests. How is everybody? Has everybody had a good week? I had a really fun time this past weekend at a club in Minneapolis called Crooners. It's actually in Fridley, which is right outside of Minneapolis, but it doesn't have the ring to it. Fridley doesn't have the ring, but it's right outside the city limits. It's a fantastic supper club, very old school Midwestern supper club with 3 performance spaces, a great space outdoors under a tent, and then a beautiful room called the Dunsmore Room, which is like got windows all around it. It's gorgeous. I don't know if you follow me on Facebook and Insta. If you don't, you should. I posted a lovely film, little movie that somebody took. Actually, my friend Ian took that, and you could see how pretty that room is. And then my second night, which was Sunday, they moved me onto the main stage where they have a beautiful 9-foot Steinway Grand, and so I got to play both rooms, which was very exciting. So I wanted to thank Andrew Wallish, his brother Ian. I want to thank Mary T., the owner, and Beckley, who does the publicity there. And my friend Randy, who's watching tonight. We hung out at the bar and just really became friends over the weekend. And everyone who came to see me in Minneapolis, I had a great time at Crooners. Can't wait to go back. And speaking of gigs, I have a gig next Thursday night at Feinstein's at the Hotel Carmichael, which is in Carmel, Indiana, which is about 30 minutes outside of Indianapolis, a beautiful suburb with a lovely performance space called the Palladium Performing Complex, and this great room called Feinstein's at the Carmichael. It's the latest in the Feinstein's, portfolio of cabarets. I think the next one is Feinstein's Bora Bora, followed by Feinstein's Peoria, followed by Feinstein's Fort Wayne. I don't know, but this is 4 or 5 clubs that Michael has now, and this one is supposed to be beautiful. But I'm there Thursday, which means that I will not be here at Billy's Place on Thursday night. However, we are moving the show next week to Sunday, the 29th of August at 8 p.m. Will you guys watch on Sunday? Will you type in the comments right now if you will watch? Because we're thinking that might be the best night to do it. I'll tell you more about it later. Anyway, while you're typing and watching, please hit that share button at the bottom of your screen and share it with all your Facebook friends. Please go to YouTube after the show and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Billy Stritch, and follow me on Instagram, please. I would love that. Follow me everywhere, and I will know where you are, and you'll know where I am. And also, as I always say every week, if you're able to send a contribution our way, it is greatly appreciated. You can do that through PayPal or Venmo, and very simple. The addresses are on the screen, and anything you send is greatly appreciated to keep the show going, keep the platform up and running, and I appreciate that very much. All right, on to your request. Cheers, everybody.
Sunday night's looking good for our viewers.
People saying Sunday's good. Doug says Sunday night so far so good. All right, good. Good to know. You know, you just never know when you change the time around. And I'm sure, I know that any time is not going to be good for everybody, but I'm hoping Sunday will be good. Anyway, my friend Myra F. Ross in Houston, who we've been friends for, I don't even want to say Myra, but it's quite a long time, since the 80s, requested this song, beautiful song by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Making each day of the year, changing my life with a wave of her hand. Nobody can deny that there's something there, running my hands through her hair, both of us thinking how good it can be. Someone is speaking, but she doesn't know he's there. I want her everywhere, and if she's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to need her everywhere, knowing that love is to share, each one believing that love never dies, watching their eyes and hoping I'm always there. And if she's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to need her everywhere, knowing that love is to share, each one believing that love never dies, watching their eyes and knowing I'm always there. I will be there and everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. Great song by Lennon and McCartney. Very nice request, Myra. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful melody. They wrote some good songs. They really did, I have to say. That's one that I've forgotten about. Well, I didn't forget about it, but I haven't been reminded of it. And thank you for reminding me of how good it is. Happy to sing it for you. Here's another. Here are two songs that I thought kind of. I did this a couple times tonight. I took because we had a lot of requests, and so there were a couple of episodes where I thought, well, the two songs might actually work kind of well back to back. You know, maybe finishing out the same story or something similar, and I thought these worked especially well together. The first song was a request from Marcia Sander, who also is a friend of mine from the St. Louis Cabaret Conference. That's how we first met. And the second song is a request from Lisa Curry and Ann Natho, who are really great old friends of mine from the Houston area. I've known Ann since I was smaller. Anyway, and I thought these songs actually might really go well together. I love the lyrics to both, especially the lyric to the first song. Great lyric by Dorothy Fields. Fantastic. We'll be close as pages in a book, my love and I, so close we can share a single look, share every sigh, so close that before I hear your laugh, my laugh breaks through, and when a tear starts to appear, my eyes grow misty too. Our dreams won't come tumbling to the ground, we'll hold them fast, darling, as the strongest book is bound. We're bound to last. Your life is my life, and while life beats away in my heart, we'll be close as pages in a book, never to part. Time and again I've longed for adventure, something to make my heart beat the faster. What did I long for? I never really knew. Finding your love, I found my adventure. Holding your hand, my heart beats the faster. All that I want in all of this world is you. You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. years seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights the sky, a star. The dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. All the Things You Are, written by Jerome Kern and Otto Harbach, I believe. I want to say, so I will say. And the first song, Closest Pages in a Book, lyrics Dorothy Fields, music by Sigmund Romberg. I love that lyric. Darling, as the strongest book is bound, we're bound to last. I think that's just genius. And All the Things You Are, I've loved that forever. I have a great, more recent memory about that song. About 4 years ago when I was touring with Tony Bennett, we did a show in my hometown of Sugar Land, Texas. There's a big new theater there called the Smart Center. And lo and behold, I'm looking at the schedule and it shows up on the books. And so I let Tony know that we would be there. Hey, Tony, we're going to my hometown. And he was like, is your mother going to come? I'm like, she's going to be there. They gave me all sorts of free tickets. So all my friends came, everybody in the family. I had like 30 people there. And on the trip down on the plane, Tony said, I want to sing something for your mother at the show. And I was thrilled. And he said, does she like All the Things You Are? And I was like, who doesn't like All the Things You Are? So about 20 minutes before the end of that show, I thought that he maybe had forgotten. You know, we're kind of heading at the home stretch. And he looks at me on stage. He goes, your mother's here tonight, right? And I said, oh, yeah. She goes, I'm going to sing something for her. Well, it was wonderful. I scored big mom points that night, and the audience loved it. And of course, it endeared Tony to me even more, if possible. And so that's a song now that I can't think of without thinking of that night in Sugar Land, Texas. He sure made me look good. Here's a song by another. It's a request for another friend of mine who is in Sugar Land, Texas, I believe, Debbie Dansby. Sugar Land in Missouri City. I know you're from, where I'm from, and you watch every week practically. And she requested this song, which I just got through doing about 2 months ago. I was in Boca Raton at the Wick Theater doing my Nat King Cole show that I do with my friend Clint Holmes. And of course, this is the song that closes the show, and it's such a good song. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near our fall, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Like a song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does things to me never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Unforgettable. Great Nat King Cole song. That's for you, Debbie. Thank you so much. If you just joined us, this is Billy's Place, episode 59, and we're doing requests tonight. I got some great requests. How do you like it so far? I hope you're having a good time. Doug, they seem to be having a good time tonight? Oh, that's good. Doug says good. All right, I have to...
remind them to share, though, because very few people share, and it's very important that they do.
Doug says remind you to share the show because very few people do that. So all you have to do is just right now, just go right outside the box where it says comment or da-da-da, and it should say share right there. Hit share, and it'll just go on your page. And that way people who happen to, it exponentially increases the chances of more viewers. It's all about the numbers, kids. So I would appreciate that very much, and I would appreciate your tips very much as well. Thank you for the donations that you guys send in every week, and it's so appreciated, and it's why we're encouraged to keep doing these shows, and I'm encouraged to work out all new songs each and every week, which does take time, but I do enjoy doing it. I'm up for the challenge. But anyway, you can donate through PayPal at bstritch@yahoo.com and Venmo at Billy-Stritch. And if you don't want to use either one of those online apps, you could just write me in this Facebook Messenger app and request an address, and I will send you my address. And you could send me cash, or you could send me a check, or whatever you want to do. So it's all good. Howie Zwerman is from Brooklyn. Yeah, he's wonderful. Howie, it's your birthday tomorrow. Okay, he's a fantastic artist. Howie's been watching me almost maybe since the very beginning. I mean, I think really when the shows were in the single digits is when you found Billy's Place, and you've been a loyal watcher. Happy birthday, buddy. All right, good for you. So let's see. Tomorrow's the 20th, right? Okay, well, the 21st is my dad's birthday, so Leo's, you're right on the cusp, I think, of Leo. So that's great. All right, here are another two songs that I put together. I thought they worked very well. The first one was requested by another longtime viewer, my friend Arlene Bardell. And the second one is requested by my new friend in Minneapolis, Randy Olson, who I know is watching tonight. We hung out this weekend. We actually met at Crooners when I was there last year playing for Marilyn May, but now we really solidified our friendship. So she requested a couple things. Randy, I've got both of your songs tonight. Here is kind of two, wistful summer songs. rides we would take, the moonlight on the lake, the way we danced and hummed our favorite song, the things we did last summer, I'll remember all winter long. The midway and the fun, the Cupid dolls we won, the bell I rang to prove that I was strong, the things we did last summer, I'll remember all winter long. The early morning hike, the rented tandem bike, the lunches that we used to pack. We never could explain that sudden summer rain, the looks we got when we got back. The leaves begin to fade like promises we made. How could a love that seemed so right go wrong? The things we did last summer, I'll remember all winter long. I've tried so to forget, at times I do, and yet the memory of you lingers like our song. The things we did last summer, I'll remember all winter Once upon a summertime, if you recall, we stopped beside a little flower stall. A bunch of bright forget-me-nots was all you'd let me buy you. Once upon a summertime, just like today, we laughed the happy afternoon away and stole a kiss at every street cafe. You were sweeter than the blossoms on the tree. I was as proud as any man could be, as if the mayor had offered me the key to Paris. Now another winter time has come and gone. The pigeons feeding in the square have flown, but I remember when the vespers chimed. You loved me once upon a summertime. Sweeter than the blossoms on the tree. I was as proud as any man could be, as if the mayor had offered me the key to Paris. Now another winter time has come and gone. The pigeons feeding in the square have flown, November when the vespers chime. You loved me once upon a summer time. Once Upon a Summertime, great song. First heard it sung by the great Blossom Dearie. It was written by Johnny Mercer and Michel Legrand and Eddie Barclay. And yes, did you have something you wanted to tell me?
Well, you're getting lots of congratulations on your Linda Eder gig.
Oh, good. I was going to mention that. Yeah. Yes, I got a new gig. You know, the fantastic concert artist and Broadway singer, and she's just fantastic. Her name is Linda Eder. You guys know her. I've been a fan of hers for so long, and we've been friends for about 2 or 3 years. And a couple of years ago, I had a chance to sub in for her great musical director, Billy J. Stein. And so I played her show 2 or 3 times, and we got to know each other then. And then I got a call from Linda's manager back in May asking me if I would be available for this show and this show and this show. And can you do this show? Can you do 2 in October? Can you do a run at 54 Below? Can you do da-da-da? Finally, I said, what's going on? She goes, well, I think she wants you to be her new musical director. I'm like, well, okay, that's fine. And so we've got a couple dozen shows booked, and I'm so thrilled to take over for Billy J. He's got such an incredible recording career. He produces commercials and recordings and has a family, and he's got plenty on his plate. And I think the traveling was something he kind of wanted to maybe just do less and less of. Anyway, I'm happy to step in. And so my first gig with Linda is in about a month's time out in Morristown, New Jersey. And then we'll be all over the place. We'll be at 54 Below here in New York, Feinstein's 54 Below, November 11th, 12th, 13th, and then again for 3 nights in February. We've got a date up at the Richfield Playhouse. We've got dates in Florida. Anyway, go on her website because you can find all the dates. And anyway, I announced it. It got kind of announced by Billy J. Stein, and then somebody else picked it up. Actually, who picked it up? It was I'm horrible with names. Jana, yes, because I'm going to do your song later. Jana's a new Facebook friend and a big Linda Eder and Billy J. Stein friend. So she posted a lovely thing. I thought, might as well just post it. So over the course of the day, I got many hundred likes and approvals. And we're all about likes and approvals. So thank you very much. I'm excited to add Linda Eder into the mix of the people that I work with and the gigs that I do. And it's going to be exciting. So there, thank you very much. This next song is a request from Bill Griggs. I did this maybe a couple of months ago, but I think you can never do Jobim too much. So I'm going to do this great Jobim song. Quiet nights and quiet stars, quiet chords from my guitar, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, and a window looking out on the mountains and the sea. How lovely. This is where I want to be, here with you so close to me, until the final flicker of life's ember. I, who was lost and lonely, believing life was only a bitter tragic joke, have found with you the meaning of existence, oh my love. This is where I want to be, here with you so close to me until the final flicker of life's ember. My world was dull each minute until I found you in it. Then all at once the loneliness I knew became these quiet nights of loving you. Quiet nights of loving you. Quiet Nights. Thank you, Bill, for that great request. I love Joe and Joe Beam songs.
You got another famous Texan watching tonight.
Who's the famous Texan I got watching?
Betty Buckley.
No, Betty Lynn Buckley is watching me tonight. Oh my God. How are you, Betty? Oh my God, you did a show at Ravinia like a couple of weeks ago with my good buddy Ted Firth. I think Ted was on the gig, and Mark McLean, fantastic drummer. Michael Feinstein. Oh, we all know Michael. Betty, I'm so thrilled you're watching tonight. I miss your face, but I feel you right here. So thank you for that. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Doug. I'm very excited. Oh, I'm such a fan. You know I love you. God. Oh, it's so funny because I was almost, you know what? I'm not going to say what I was almost going to do, but, well, maybe I will. I'm not prepared to do it, but I was thinking tonight about doing I Don't Want to Know from Dear World, and then having you here because I was in London about 7 years ago and saw Betty Buckley in the most amazing production of Jerry Herman's Dear World. I'd actually never seen that show before, but oh my God, it was amazing. And then we went to the dressing room, and then you said, come on out to dinner, and we all went to the Ivy for dinner, and it couldn't have been a more perfect night. Oh, I love it. I miss nights like that. I hope we can do that soon. All right. Here's another couple of songs that I put together that I thought actually really worked well together. The second one I've done for many, many years, and Randy requested this one. It's written by Henry Mancini and Leslie Brickus. But the first one is a song you'll all know, written by Kurt Weill and Maxwell Anderson. Oh, it's a long, long while from May to December, and the days grow short when you reach September, when the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame. One hasn't got time for the waiting game. Oh, the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you. If you're feeling fancy free, come wander through the world with me, and any place we chance to be will be a rendezvous. Two for the road, we'll travel down the years, collecting precious memories, selecting souvenirs, and living life the way we please. In summertime the sun will shine, in winter we'll drink summer wine, and every day that you are mine will be a lovely day, as long as love still wears a smile. I know that we'll be two for the road, and that's a long, long while. Down the years, collecting precious memories, selecting souvenirs, and living life the way we please. In summertime the sun will shine, in winter we'll drink summer wine, and every day that you are mine will be a lovely day, as long as love still wears a smile. I know that we'll be two for the road, and that's a long, long while. Two for the Road. You know what? One of my favorite movies of all time. It was just on TV about a week and a half ago. I mean, if it comes on and I happen to flip past it, I just have to sit down and watch the rest. It's fantastic. Audrey Hepburn at her most lovely, Albert Finney at his most roguish and handsome, and it's a really great 60s movie. It's a little mod in places, and it's got a lot of jump cuts, and they go back and forth in time. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a wonderful love story. Wistful, sad, my favorite emotions. All right, so Jana, this is for you. This is a song that it's going to pick things up a little bit. We're heading into the home stretch, but this is a song that you requested, and I'm always happy to do an Irving Berlin song, and it's certainly a song that's associated with the great Fred Astaire. If you're blue and you don't know where nowhere to go to. Why don't you go where fashion sits? Put on the Ritz. I'm sorry, I just can't. Putting on the Ritz. Different types of wear all day. Coat, pants with straps and cutaway coats. Perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper. Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. Oh, come let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst. Putting on the Ritz. Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air? High hats and arrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars, spending every time for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types of wear all day. Coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coats. Perfect fits. Lyrics. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper. Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. Come let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks and umbrellas in their midst. Putting on the Ritz. Come let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. I can't ever resist doing that Peter Boyle thing from Young Frankenstein. Putting on the Ritz by Irving Berlin. One last plea, if you're able to make a donation virtually through Venmo or PayPal, this is the time to do it. This is episode 59, and I've enjoyed doing these requests. We got 2 more songs to go, and we're going to be, as I mentioned, we're not going to be here next Thursday, but we are going to be here on Sunday, the 29th of August at 8 o'clock. I guess we'll do it at the same time. And we've got a special show planned. I think actually Doug is going to perform for us tonight. We may sing a duo on that Sunday. We may actually sing a duet, and he may sing a solo. So we're going to work on that this weekend and next week. But it should be a fun show and kind of a departure from the usual Billy's Place shows that I've been doing. That'll be episode 60, so I hope that you'll all tune in. This is a song that I've been doing for many, many years, and when I'm asked, which I often am, what's your favorite song? You know, that's a hard question to answer because there are so many good songs. How do you pick? So I can't pick it with a certain favorite, but certainly this one always pops up in my head. I recorded this on my very first CD, almost 30 years ago. And I've done this in many, many shows because I was a friend and certainly a big fan of Cy Coleman's, and love the music that he wrote with everybody, but especially the music that he wrote with Carolyn Lee. Cy, miss you all the time. I was so thrilled to be his friend. And this is one of my absolute favorite songs. My friend David Kenny from WBAI requested this, and then Avi, my friend Avi Dovdevani, seconded it. And I know a lot of you have heard me do it, and it's really one of my favorites. By Carolyn Lee and Cy Coleman, It Amazes Me. My height, just average. My weight, just average. And my IQ is like you'd estimate, just average. But evidently she does not agree. Consequently, if I seem at sea, It amazes me. It simply amazes me. What she sees in me dazzles me, dazes me. That I've learned to clip my wings and soften my ways. These are ordinary things, unworthy of praise. Yet she praises me, just knowing I'd try for her. When so many would, if they could, die for her. I'm the one who's worldly wise, and nothing much phases me. But to see me in her eyes just amazes me. That I've learned to clip my wings and soften my ways. These are ordinary things, unworthy of praise. Yet she praises me, just knowing I'd try for her. When so many would, if they could, gladly die for her. I'm the one who's worldly wise, and nothing much phases me. But to see me in her eyes, it just amazes me. It amazes me. Beautiful lyric by Carolyn Lee. I love that lyric so much. And Cy, of course I love Cy's music. Thank you so much for joining me. I did not mention, of course I mention it every week, my new CD, which has been out, half a year now. It's called Billy's Place, and it's available on my website, billystritch.com. Physical copies, and I'll sign them and mail them out. And otherwise, if you just want to hear it, you can download this at all the streaming platforms, Spotify and Apple Music and iTunes and Napster and all those hit places where the kids get their music. Anyway, and there's also a new single that came out about 5 weeks ago called Ordinary Miracles, the Symphony Mix. And that's also available. It's a beautiful song by Marvin Hamlish and Alan and Marilyn Bergman with a big 45-piece symphony orchestra behind it. So check that out on YouTube or download it. Take a listen to all of that. Thank you so much. I'm going to close out tonight with a great song written by Rogers and Hart, and these are for my good friends Joe and Cass, who live down in Pennsylvania. I know they're watching me tonight. They are wonderful friends of mine who have been very loyal Billy's Place fans and friends this whole run, and this was their special request. Cass, I love you. Joe, I love you. Everybody, I love you so much for watching. Doug, I love you. Thanks for the show tonight. Thank you, Betty Lynn Buckley, for watching. Thank you, everybody. This has been fun, and we will see you a week from Sunday, about 10 days from now. Rogers and Hart. When you're awake, the things you think come from the dreams you dream. Thought has wings, and lots of things are seldom what they seem. Sometimes you think you live before all that you live today. Things you do come back to you as though they knew the way. Oh, the tricks your mind can play. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where. Oh, when the clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or when. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great week. I love you. Bye.